Hey guys, what's up? My name is Anjali and welcome back to my channel. So over quite some time I had the opportunity to make different kinds of art forms, integrals, patterns, and acrylic paintings and so much more. And I do teach all of these different styles on my channel, so consider subscribing if you're new here. And in today's video we're going to talk all about different kind of art supplies that I think a beginner should have. And I keep on getting this question on and on, that what kind of art supplies do you use, what kind of fineliners, brushes and everything. So I'm going to cover all these questions in today's video, about the watercolors I used, about the paint brushes, and so much more. So please stick to the end to know all about the different art supplies that you need, and it's gonna be so much informative. So guys, this is going to be a little bit long video, so just sit back, relax with a cup of coffee or tea, and also let me grab one for me. Okay guys, so we are now back with a cup of tea, so we can start now. So first thing first, I'm gonna talk about all about drawing books. So I think I have used so many different kinds of art books in past 5 or 6 years, and I have like a huge collection of different drawing books now, and some of them are my favorites. So what I realized after using all of them, that what I like the most is a spiral bound art book or sketchbook, because they are so convenient to use. Because they are spiral bound, you can easily lay them flat, or even you can fold them when you're drawing. I don't like the other ones as much as I do the spiral bounds. So this one is from Marabou. You can, if you don't have this, you can use a Barustro one as well. I'll put a link below for you guys. So this one is acrylic pad. So this is 300 GSM paper. This is a thick paper, and the sketch pads are a little bit less thicker. So I tried making some with some color pen also, but it bleeded through the paper. So you'll know that if you want to use some watercolor, please make sure you will have a nice watercolor pad which has a nice thick paper. Okay guys, so let's talk about pencils now. So I don't use any fancy type pencils, but only mechanical and wooden pencils. So in mechanical I use 0.5 lead, and so that I can make some thinner lines, but if you can choose accordingly, they comes in different sizes as well. And in wooden pencils, as you can see, there are lots of different options, but I use mainly only HB pencils for lighter shades, but you can choose whatever you want. Is erasers. So I don't think there's much to talk about when you're talking about in beginners supply of erasers, but okay, I'll show you this is called as a putty rubber. This is also used for precision erasing, creating highlights in pencil sketching. But I'll just show you. There's you can just make it like this or any kind of shape if you want to rub very precisely, and you want to create some highlights in your drawing, so you can use this eraser. And they also don't leave the lead out like this. They kind of take the whole lead inside of them. So they are commonly used to remove light charcoal and graphite marks, and they are used for the subtractive drawing techniques. So you don't need, if you are a beginner, you can just stick to your normal eraser. I use from Faber-Castell. Okay, let's talk about rulers now. So I know there's not too much to talk about it, but I just wanted to show you the different sizes that I have, because sometimes when you are drawing some large scale drawings, you can use one. Okay, so the next is very important. We're going to talk about the black fine liners, and I have a lot of them, and I keep on getting this question a lot: what kind of fine liners you use? So you must have seen me using these fine liners in my drawings, so I'm going to talk about these now. So I use mine from Uniball. So I want to show you this pen as well. Instead of using all the time fine liners, I use for some bold lines, I use this Pentel sign pen, and this one is my favorite. This pen sign pen is a V sign pen from Pilot or Uniball, and I love this pen a lot, and I have used it so many times in my drawings. And whenever I'm not using some watercolor, I use this to make some bold lines. This is a brush pen, and this is the bold fine liner, which comes in 0.8 size, then comes 0.5, and you can see the difference between their nibs. And the next one is 0.1, and last one is 0.05. so this one is for very minute detailing in your mandalas and tentacles. So this one is a twin marker, which I use for again for bold lining, and these are some lighter shades fine liners if you want to do some light shading in your drawings. Okay, the next one is very important. This is the white pens that I have, and these are very normal white pens that you can find anywhere in your stationery. Nothing fancy here, but I want to show you this. This is very this is so amazing. I love this so much. This is from Sakura, and this is from Uniball, and they have, see, this one has this thick nib, and this has this fine point nib, and both of them have different purposes and different paintings, and trust me, you need both in different kind of painting. This one is from 4mm from PBO, and this, I think everyone knows about this, is the jelly roll pen from Sakura, and this one I got it from a dollar store. So you can use any kind of pens, but just make sure you buy two types, one with the bold and one with the fine point pen, the nib. Okay, the next one, I love these paint markers a lot, and I use them a lot in my paintings. So I have few from El Teco, and different ones I bought from Molto, and they have this fine line nibs. So they also comes in different kind of nibs, mid and broad and fine point, so that depends on you what kind of nib you want to use. And the next one I want to talk about is my metallic paint markers. So I mostly use one from Uniball, and the silver ones are from Uniball, and they are amazing. The color never dries, and I have these like for 4 or 5 years now, and they are still working. And this one is from Sakura, and I love it so much. And the next one is the brush markers. Mine are finished, I don't have one, so I just wanted to show you my pro markers, which I use so many times in my paintings. They are from Winston and Newton, and they are amazing. If you can afford one, you can buy these, because you know they are not like a regular brush pens which leave some marks here and there. They blend so easily and so amazingly. You're gonna love these. If you can afford one, please buy these. So okay, so the next topic is watercolors, and I don't use any fancy watercolor. These one are from Faber-Castell, and they are very cheap. I have one from Daler Rowney as well, but I didn't show you that. So okay, next we're going to talk about the acrylic paints now. Acrylic paints are the medium that I use the most, more than watercolors, and for painting on my canvases, and sometimes I post on Instagram as well. So you must have seen me painting a lot with the acrylic colors. So mostly I use acrylics from Faber-Castell only. I think that is my favorite brand. They are cheap and amazing as well, so anyone can buy these. They're super affordable. And the next one I use is from Monte Marte. They have this beautiful range of different colors. These one are a little bit costly, but not that much. If you can afford one, you can buy from Apple Barrel, Folk Art, and my favorite ones are Martha Stewart. So they come, they are a little bit expensive than the ones that I showed you before. So I have different kind of colors. That depends. So these metallic colors I bought from Folkart, and as I told you, if you can afford one, these are amazing colors. But I'll put all the links below for you guys. And I always keep, you know, a huge bottle of titanium white and black and some, you know, primary colors, because they are the ones that I use the most in almost all the paintings. So I have these huge 500 ml tubes of my all the primary colors. So these are my acrylic color. Okay, let's move on. So the next one is a gouache paint. I haven't used it as much in my painting, but I wanted to show you guys. This is from De La Roni, and these are just a primary color palette only, and they are, you know, they are more opaque than watercolor. So they are, you know, they have this matte finish when you do it on your paper. So they are mostly like a watercolor, but a little bit matte in shade. Okay, next move on to the paint brushes. Now paint brushes, I can tell you this much, that there are lots of different kinds of paint brushes that goes from round, flat, bright, and mop and angle and all. So they all have different kind of thickness and thinner, but I use mostly the round ones only. So the mostly I use are round ones, and that goes from 0 to 5. That's it. If I want to make thicker ones, I use the 7 to 8 number. Then the next one is oil pastels, and this is from Stadler, and I don't know how to pronounce it, but I think it's Stadler. Okay, so these are very I love these a lot, because, you know, when you create, it is so much different than the soft pastels. The soft pastel create a lot of mess and all. I don't like them a lot, because you have to use a fixative on them. But these are amazing. You don't need any fixative, and they give you such beautiful, you know, finish. And so the soft pastel, I prefer these oil pastels on rather than soft pastels. But if you like soft pastel, please go on, do it, but that's not my choice. So I do this kind of paintings with the oil pastels, and they look amazing. So please do try these, and they are so much affordable and cheap. You can buy them in much cheaper than this. So the last thing I wanted to show you guys is this desk organizer. I'll always keep all my, you know, go-to stuff in this, and whenever I'm painting something, I'll just take the whole thing with me, and I'll sit somewhere with my coffee, and I'll keep on painting. I don't need to go, you know, rush somewhere to take my pens and all. Everything is here, all my paints and everything. So this is a must for all the painters out there. Please consider buying one, and this is not even that expensive. Okay guys, do tell me if you liked my video, and give me a thumbs up if you liked it, and do share it with your friends. Next time I'll come up with a new video for you all. Till then, bye bye.